All right, today we're going to talk about one of the most, truly fascinating characters in the entire slime universe, Testarossa. She's beautiful, she's elegant, and she is absolutely terrifying.
So when you first see her, she's just the perfect diplomat. Seriously, she's the lead diplomat for Tempest, and she handles all this complicated political stuff with, a super sharp mind and this incredible grace. She serves her master Rimuru with just flawless poise. She's the kind of person every nation wishes they had on their side.
But, and this is the big but, what's lurking right under that polished surface? Oh, just a monster of, legendary proportions. A being whose cruelty is just as massive as her power. So why? Why is she also Tempest's most feared and ruthless killer? That contradiction, right there, that's the heart of her character. And today, we're going to peel back all those layers and figure it out.
Okay, to really get this, we've got to go way back, way back. See, Testarossa, that's not her real name, not her original one anyway. Her true identity is something much, much older. She is a primordial demon. So what does that even mean? Well, think of them as the OGs of the demon world, the 7 original, most ancient demons in existence. All other demons, they basically come from these 7. They're timeless, they're ridiculously powerful, and they sit at the absolute top of the food chain.
And this chart right here really puts it all into perspective. She is Blanc, the primordial white. That puts her in the same league as Guy Crimson, the strongest demon lord, and Diablo, Rimuru's ridiculously OP butler. So we're not just talking strong here. She is literally one of the foundational pillars of demonic power in the entire world. That's a whole other level.
Now, a being that old, they've got a history. And hers is, well, it's a very, very bloody one. So let's talk about one particular incident that just perfectly sums up the kind of monster she was before Rimuru ever entered the picture.
Okay, so picture this. A king is desperate to save his princess. He performs a ritual and makes a fatal mistake. He summons Blanc. Her aura alone, just her presence, is so overwhelming it drives the king completely insane. Then, to anchor herself in the world, she just possesses the princess's body. And after that, she destroys the entire kingdom. The whole thing, just gone.
Yeah, the slaughter was so complete, a nearby lake was stained red with blood. It became this horrifying legend known as the Crimson Lake Incident, a story told for centuries to scare people. That is the demon we're dealing with here.
So that brings us to the big question, right? How in the world does a timeless, kingdom-destroying monster like that end up happily serving a slime? It doesn't make any sense. It seems totally impossible.
Well, the answer, funnily enough, is another primordial. Her old colleague Diablo, the primordial noir. For ages, she knew this guy as the definition of prideful, cunning, powerful, a supreme being who served absolutely no one. So you can imagine her shock when she runs into him and he's giddily serving tea and bragging about his new master like some kind of superfan. It was just a complete paradox. It was so weird she couldn't just let it go.
So this wasn't about her wanting power or anything like that. Nope, it was pure, unfiltered curiosity. What kind of being could inspire that much devotion in the prideful noir? She just had to see this creature for herself. And hey, if he turned out to be a bore, well, she could always just, kill him.
And it's that curiosity that leads her straight to Tempest, straight to Rimuru, and to a meeting that was going to change her entire existence forever.
So she shows up, ready to test this slime and see if he's worthy. But Rimuru just completely flips the script on her. He's not scared, he's not intimidated, he looks right through her human disguise and instantly recognizes her true nature as a primordial. And then he offers her a perfect physical vessel, a priceless gift for a demon. But then he does the truly unthinkable. He gives her a name. Now you have to understand, naming a primordial takes an insane amount of power. It's an act that could literally kill you. But Rimuru, he just does it like it's nothing. And in that one moment, all her curiosity just melts away and turns into absolute, rock-solid loyalty.
And her power doesn't just stop there. Under Rimuru, it gets even more refined and way more terrifying. Take her signature magic, Death Streak. This isn't some big, messy explosion. Oh no, it's a ray of black light, a precise wave of death that rewrites the genetic code of living things. It causes instant death, but get this, it doesn't damage any physical objects around them. It's elegant, it's efficient, and it is absolutely horrifying.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. She gets an ultimate skill called Belial, which basically gives her control over life and death itself.
Plus, she can use Turn Null, the ultimate destructive energy, all thanks to Rimuru. I mean, she was already a monster before, but now she's a monster with legit godlike powers.
So, this brings us right back to where we started. How do we make sense of these two sides of her? The beautiful, skilled diplomat and the terrifying beast.
The answer is actually pretty simple. They're not two different sides of the same coin. They're the same side. Both the loyal servant and the merciless killer are driven by one single thing, her absolute devotion to Rimuru. She's the perfect diplomat for Rimuru. She annihilates armies for Rimuru. Whether she's serving tea or wiping out thousands, it's all for the same reason, to be praised by her master and to bring despair to his enemies.
And that really leaves us with one last kind of chilling thought. Was this a monster that was tamed? Or did Rimuru just take this loyal monster and unleash her on the world with a new purpose? Did he just point her incredible power in a direction he wanted? It's that question, that paradox, that makes Testarossa one of the absolute best characters in this entire story.